Hello, everybody. It's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. I'm going to talk about Galadriel today. A couple people asked me about a video. Do have one that's older, but that's just it. It's older. So I wanted to make a new one. And I did some testing myself, and I've gotten some results from other people's doing the same thing as testing with her. So let's go into her and take a look. Obviously, she's an elf. She deals focus damage. So let's go to her skills. So there's two ways to build her on her skills. I'm going to show the support way because I'm going to try to save as much gems as possible because I have to reset her skills again. So as a support skill, and also, actually, let's take a look at her relic first. Okay, so obviously you have your normal stats: hit point, focus, unit defense. You have the white ring. Each round for the first two instances of focus damage dealt by Galadriel, you gain follow-up healing. Restores 20% hit points to the commander's formation. And then obviously it goes up as you refine their unique. So let's go to her skills again. I'm going to talk about the skills to make her a support. So first is Nenya's Guardian, and this is a very important skill, especially when you have her relic once you get her respect level 10. Because, as you see, it restores up to 200% hit points to 2 allied formation units, and it's modified by focus. Well, she's a focus commander, so you're going to have quite a bit of it to modify it. And then at level 10, you have a 100% chance to remove one debuff. The other support skill is one that she does for her own units. She can restore 150% hit points to her unit, and it's also modified by focus stat. Well, that unit can gain plus 15 for each round of defense. And then at level 10, she also does that for an allied formation unit. And then her other skills are her damage skills. You have Lady of Lorien that does up to 320% focus damage to 2 formations, and it has a 30% chance to inflict madness. And then once you level that up, you have a higher chance of dealing madness. Mistress of Magic is her other damage skill. It deals up to 140% focus damage to 3 formations. And this has a 1 round cooldown, so that's round 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And then once you get to level 5, normal attacks now deal focus damage. So one of the good things about that is most people will have standard, they'll have some additional commander defense. Commander defense only helps protect against physical damage. Because damage dealers, for instance, most of their gear has commander attack and commander defense. Well, that's not helping them with taking damage from her. Level 5, everything becomes focused. Level 10, it's an additional 10% and it can stack. So, now I'm going to show you the build for being a focused damage dealer. Now, there's two different ways to do this. One way is regular. Now, the other one is when she is respect 10 and with her relic. When she has her relic, you want 1 point into Nenya's Guardian first before anything else. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to talk about normal way to build her when she is at respect 10. And this is the focus damage dealing. And that's, you want to max out Mistress of Magic first because you want all her damage to be focus, which also will help when she has her relic because it's focus damage, 2 instances of focus damage. Next is Lady of Lorien. So you would max that out. You want the madness chance. You want her to deal damage. And then you'd go, and I would put it in Nenya's Guardian over the Scholar one because I want to help my other teammates, my other allied formations. You're also going to have probably a Gandalf the White or Gandalf the Gray in there as well. And this will help. Okay? I have done testing on both, her as a damage dealer and her as a support. Talking about those two, she does better as a damage dealer for under Respect 10. I don't think she can be a good support until she has her relic. Then she could be a good support. So, now let's talk about her gear. Now, as far as the gear is concerned, you want Commander Focus. On the weapon and the accessory, you want Commander Damage. Just like you would with a physical damage dealer like Dane or Gimli. But she is focused, so you want Commander Focus and Commander Damage. Okay? So I think Blazing Tongue is one of the most popular weapons for her because it is easy to get refined material because you can get the Blazing Tongue at the end of every season. Next, I like the Call of the Forest. It gives command, which is great. It gives focus. It gives unit defense. Now, command. Okay. Command helps your damage received is less. It also puts your damage dealt at more. And healing grant is plus 30%. Next, this is just what I had was the golden skin. Another great option would be the Great Plate of the East. The Numenorian evil armor has the elf aura on it, so elves cannot use it. So Great Plate of the East would give you the most focus. I put a golden skin because I have Gandalf the Grey with the Great Plate, so I use that. And then again for the accessory, you want Commander Focus and Commander Damage. Okay, now I'm going to build her with purple gear. So for purple gear, the weapon you would want would be the Carver. See, it gives Commander Focus and it gives Commander Damage. I'm not going to put these pieces on because I have them on somebody else, but I'm going to show you. Next on purple gear. Unfortunately, there is not a helmet that gives command and focus. So you're going to want something that gives the most focus. So that would be the bone mask. And again, I'm talking about purple gear, not gold, purple gear. So the bone mask would work for her. Now, when you're talking about the armor, you have a couple different choices. You could put on a hunter skin, okay, because it gives commander focus, hit points, and then unit defense. But there also is another option, and that is the Scout's Mail, which I think is the better option because it does give you focus, but it also gives you those 3 points of initiative. I don't mention initiative a lot because most players, average players, free to play, worrying about their initiative isn't a priority. It isn't also an option in most cases. They kind of just play with what they got. Scout's Mail definitely is one option that does help with the initiative. And with the initiative, it's going to help her to act before, say, like a Dane or somebody. Because as you see, she has 20 initiative, okay? Now, let me go to Gimli, okay? His base value is 16. Let me go to Dane. His base value is 17. So that means she's going to act before them in battle. but also the unit that you have also affects that as well, of who acts first. But just as far as commander, with her having that little bit extra, she's going to act before uh, Dane or Gimli. Okay, just using them as an example. So on her skill, Lady of Lorien, she's going to have a chance to inflict them with madness before they act, which would be a really good thing, especially since it fires off in round 3, and that's when Durin's blood fires off. So, can she be a great damage dealer? I don't think so. She could be a second damage dealer or on the B team, but she'll never be a great damage dealer like Dane, Gimli, Bjorn, Lurtz, but she can do some damage. I found that I had Gimli, and you guys have seen my Gimli before. Okay, and then I have Dane as my second damage dealer, which this is his equipment. Okay, I found that I was getting more damage output when I had Gimli and Dane together rather than Gimli and Galadriel. So she is an option, but she's not the best option. Just depends on what you have in your account. So I hope this clears up some of the things about Galadriel. And a call, again, I believe, is one of the best headpieces for all focus commanders because it gives command, it gives focus, it gives the 3 initiative. Remember, I was talking about the initiative on the Scout's Mail for the armor, not the helmet, before. So, that's my video on Galadriel. I hope it helped. And as always, make the most out of what you got.